it definitely does. You really need a village. No one's out here as in just an island. We all got to work together, motivate each other, keep pushing each other, and all of that. So with that being said, I'm gonna just lead into community service because you want to help the community, as much as possible. So do you do any community service, and how do you help the community?
Great question. So in my, I guess you could say, in my professional role, community service would look like, obviously, my being appointed to my position, I serve a particular community or my jurisdiction, if you will. And so for that, I believe not only am I meant to preside there, but that I partner like with local nonprofits that offer services that I see that are lacking in the community, if you will, to better serve the case parties, such as the defendants and the victims. So that's what I do from the bench. For example, United Way of Greenville County has, as we previously had a conversation about, they have these comprehensive community resource guides. And sometimes people find themselves in situations because they don't know what resources are available. And so with this comprehensive guide, it has every resource imaginable, such as like shelter, food, clothing, job resources, mental health counseling, you name it. And so I make sure that we have those brochures on hand to hand out to people. So for example, if someone comes before the court for shoplifting, which they took items that they may need for their baby or food or clothing, whatever the case may be, then, obviously taking property that doesn't belong to them isn't the answer, but now they have access to this community resource guide and they can now contact these organizations to get the help that they need. So we distribute those in court, and I also make sure that law enforcement has some on handy at all times as well. Anytime they're out in the community or even if they make an arrest, they have those like community resource guides they can give to people. And so outside of court, again, because mentoring has been influential in my life, I currently sit on a newer board, on the board of a newer nonprofit in Greenville that's specifically geared to mentoring for young men. And so that's something that's personal to me. And I definitely enjoy serving in that capacity as well.
All right. If you don't mind, since you are a board member for this new nonprofit, could you give us a little more information? Like, what is the name of this nonprofit and how do you help the young men in the Greenville, South Carolina community?
So the name of the nonprofit is Young Brothers Academy. And part of its mission is to uplift and serve the young men of the upstate of South Carolina through mentoring and community outreach. As a matter of fact, I don't know, you may have left Greenville by then, but one of the co-founders is my dear friend, Justice Cox. So he's one of the co-founders of that organization. And the organization has been going strong now about 3 years. And the community has been very receptive to this program. So many young men have come through this program. Their parents are excited about getting involved as much as they can. The nonprofit even hosts an annual gala in which you get to like meet all the mentee participants, and they're dressed in a tuxedo. So not only is it like an opportunity for the community to see the awesome works that the organization is doing, but it's also an opportunity to expose the young men that are being mentored by allowing them to dress up and take part in the celebration and what the organization is all about.
Okay, man.
So it's a beautiful thing.
That's really good, man. We definitely need to make sure we give back to the community, young men, to keep them on the right path so that they don't have to see you in court for something that could have been a resource that they could have had at a younger age or prior to make them have a better life and just keep them.
Yeah, and that's definitely what we want to avoid. So yeah, the nonprofit is actually on Instagram at Young Brothers Academy. I think it'll be great for everyone to check out.
I'm gonna make sure I put that in the details below because I want as many people definitely in that area because I live there and I know how it is for some of the kids growing up. There's some resources that they don't have or not even aware of that the academy can be able to show them and showcase you know, because it is great. That is a great organization. I appreciate that.